Viven en un country. Andan en BMW para arriba. Los fines de semana se cogen a las mejores minas. Morfan bien todos los días. El día anterior al partido durmieron tranquilamente en un hotel 5 estrellas y se rascaron la verga durante 24 horas sin hacer nada, jugando al ping-pong y al pool y a la play. Juegan al fútbol todos los días de su vida. Los botines, $6.000, $5.000, no sé cuánto salen, ponele 3.000 mangos, 4.000 mangos, están vendados por un kinesiólogo. Están bien comidos, están bien entrenados. Las medias, que son las que no te cortan la circulación, los pantaloncitos, que son los de los huevos, que no te raspan los huevos, la camiseta te estira la espalda, es la que no transpira, que sale 800 pesos, no sé cuánto sale una camiseta para jugar al fútbol. La pelota es perfecta, perfecta, 120 euros. Inflada con un barómetro a 8 bares, la cancha no tiene un solo pozo, el arco tiene 7 metros 20 por 2,40. Te aplauden cuando salís a la cancha. La concha de tu madre, no sabés parar una pelota. Le vas a pagar al arco y la tirás a la mierda. Le vas a hacer un pase a tu compañero que está a 1 metro y así se la pasas mal. Santan from the football ex-AJ. Man, mystic with a pen like JK. True say I ain't really a drinker, but I got love for brandy like Ray J. Champagne popper, 44 topper in a black night bomber. Half me stopper, half our MC dropper, 45 whapper. Leave you in the States like Packer. AJ.
I know who that is. You man know who that is. Big up to
big up my friend.
Here,
big up Rashid, man.
Big up the whole team as well. Big up Dan, big up Jamboy, big up DJB. Hey, listen, I'm looking forward to this one. I mean, we're flying in the Champions League. I don't know how, but it's happening. Same as the league. I honestly don't know how, but it's happening, bro. And yeah, man, looking good so far. Dan, what are you telling me, bro? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, bro. And like you said, this is not what I expected this season, if I'm being honest, man. I've been proven wrong on many fronts. Premier League, didn't expect us to be 6 points clear at this point, if I'm being honest. I've said it before. Somehow we are. Without playing the greatest of football, if you ask me. And Champions League, you have to say it's phenomenal, Rashid. Let's just be honest and call it what it is. The record in the Champions League this season, top of the league, 2 goals conceded, 7 out of 7.
I mean, Dan, when you think about it, yeah, not to cut you off, but like when you think about it, Arsenal always used to get through the group stage. Obviously, that at that time there was a group stage.
I was going to come on to that. We
always used to cook teams and get through the group stage. Our problem was with Barcelona and the Bayern Munich, and when you meet them in later on in the competition.
Yeah, when it gets to crunch time, exactly. So the same old statement now always. I'm not getting carried away, because when it gets to crunch time, we've seen this movie before, innit? We crumble like cookies, so I'm not going to get carried away. We done well in the group stage last season as well. So it's nothing new, but we have to give credit where credit's due. 2 goals conceded, 7 games. We've played Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid. We've been to the San Siro. So yeah, it's looking good. It's looking positive, man. And this is the most optimistic I've felt about something getting over the line this season. But the main doubt in the back of my head is the man at the helm, innit? I just don't know if he is gonna get over the line. There's still question marks over his name. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. But fingers crossed it happens this season, man. I think that's all what we're hoping for, man.
Oh, 100%. I think all of us are hoping for that, regardless if you're Arteta in or Arteta out. Jamboy, I can see you're wearing the shirt today. You're feeling positive. Like last time you weren't wearing the shirt when we did the starting next side, but yeah, I can see that won. Smile, man. It's good to see. It's good to see. It's good to see. How you feeling?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, right? I big up Rashid, Dan, and DJB in the chat. I agree with what Dan just said. We look like 2 different teams when it comes to the Champions League and the domestic. I mean, in the Champions League, I've got nothing bad to say. I think we've been brilliant. I think we have been the best team in the Champions League this year. In the league, I think we've sort of rode our luck a bit. Not all the other teams usually around the top have been at their best. They've been dropping points, and we've been getting away with it here and there. But we're top because we deserve to be. Again, yeah, the manager we've seen all this before. You just don't know with him. The thing I'm looking at most is when it hits the pressure time, like your March, April, and May. That's when it's going to be interesting, because if we do get over the line, I will have a lot more belief next season if we're in this position when it actually happens. Like if we get over the line, so I'm still reserved at the moment. I'm keeping my opinions on terms of what we're winning to myself. Really, I don't really want to. I can't get carried away. Like Dan said, we've been here before. I hope he gets over the line, because as people say, I love Arsenal more than I hate Arteta.
100%.
So I don't really hate Arteta. I find him annoying and irritating.
You can hate his football, not him. It's not personal. It's the football, right?
It's just irritating. I mean, if Thierry Henry was the Arsenal manager and this has happened in the last 6 years with him being here, I'd be saying the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The clubs, no one's bigger than the club, and the only ones that stay with the club are the fans. So, but yeah, let's just hope. Yeah, I was well happy with the other night's performance, but I suppose you're going to get into that, Rash. Yeah, so
100%, John. 100%. Hey, listen, today we got DJB in the house. Listen, it's fire today. It's fire. And the show with him and Kenny can actually watch the whole show. It was fire as well.
Yeah.
DJB, how are we feeling? Are we feeling optimistic? I mean,
listen.
How do we look at this?
When you've been hurt so many times and you've been put on a pedestal so many times, only to be the stool taken from underneath you, it's only human nature that you're going to be cautious. Yeah, we can be excited. We can say mad things. We can do all of that, but you got to be realistic. And I've always said that. Keep it realistic, because the facts of the matter is we've been here before. 2023, we were 7 points clear, riding high. Man City weren't really having a good time in the league at the time, and we all know what happened then. So this is the problems that still have to be addressed if we're going to get over the line. And on my heart, we should get over the line this time round. There's no reason not to. So, but until we do, you've still got to tread cautiously. And you'd be crazy not to. If the manager had won countless of trophies, and we've been there before, and he's won it, and he's got history, then you'd be more optimistic, and you'd be able to make more say crazy things, and just be more excited. But the fact of the matter, he hasn't, and that's why you've got to take each game as it comes. I know it's an old kind of saying, but it's facts. You've got to take each game as it comes. As for Champions League, it's been brilliant, and I said all along. I believe that this team is built for the Champions League more than the Premiership. The fact that we're riding high in the Premiership is a bonus. But let's put things in perspective. When you have been in charge for 6 years at a football club, and you have had £1 billion spent on it, why are we all surprised we're in this position? This is where we should be. We're Arsenal Football Club.
Facts.
You've been in charge for nearly 7 years. You've had an unbreakable contract.
It's not enough when you think about it, DJB.
Yeah, but you've had an unbreakable contract. You've had a fan base that are completely behind you, so much that it's beyond craziness.
Mm-hmm.
You've had over £1 billion spent. You've had the choice of what players come in and out the door. I expect you to be in this position. Everyone's like, oh, he's done brilliant and he's worked wonders. Yes, he has. But that's what you should be. If you're at a job and you've been given the sole running of things, you know, the transportation, and every time you go to your CEO or your boss man, you say, I need another 500 grand to get that on the road and make the short. Yeah, here you go. Oh, I need some more employees to make sure it runs smooth. Yeah, there you go. It's going to work. So this is where we should be. The next chapter now for this manager is, can he get over the line? And can he then go one better next season? Because whatever he fails to do this season, he's got to do next season. And the questions are still being on certain fans' lips: is this the right man to take us next season and beyond? That's what you got to ask yourself, because it's taken him nearly 7 years to do all what he's done now. There ain't going to be another £1 billion spent on this football team. Let's get it right. So can he then take us even further? So for me, brilliant this season. Can't knock it. The Premiership's not been brilliant, if I say so, Rashid, because I'm still coming out the Emirates scratching my head thinking, yeah, we've had 20 minutes here and half hour here and 15 minutes here, but we've not really been
dominating
away. You know, we've had little moments in time. Let's be honest, 4-1 Aston Villa, I thought flattered us, because Villa could have easily been 2 or 3 up in the first half.
Yeah. Facts.
And when they lost Onana, everything opened up. But you know, Liverpool, disappointing, 10 men. So we've had a lot. People forget we've had a lot of games this year where we've sort of stumbled, and we've relied on set pieces and own goals and all of that to get us across the line in games. So it hasn't been pretty. Champions League has been flawless. We've played some good football, and we've done what's being asked. But again, now comes the nitty gritty in the Champions League, doesn't it? The knockout phase.
Facts.
The knockout phase.
Wasn't that always
nowhere to hide, man? Nowhere to hide in those knockout
different
games.
Different levels. And it doesn't matter who you draw. I'll give you an example. Liverpool last season, they blew the Champions League away. People were saying all sorts of things last season. Going to win the quad. Going to win this. Going to win that. Blah, blah, blah. Exactly the same position. They come up against, and then they met PSG team who weren't brilliant at the time.
Yeah,
met a PSG team. PSG played them off the park in the first leg, got the job done in the second leg. So this is the problem when it comes to real pressure. When it comes to real pressure, and the signs were there in the Carabao Cup. People say, "Oh yeah, but we won that 3-2." But there was still signs in the Carabao Cup, because that game should be put to bed now. We should be going to the Emirates having a party now.
Yep.
Instead of that, we're going to the Emirates with hands over the face, looking through open fingers. That's all to play for. But that was a pressured game, semi-final, and we've still allowed a team in the back door. Now, if that is a two-legged affair in the Champions League,
yeah,
it's game on. So, yeah, as much as I'm happy, I'm keeping both feet on the floor.
You're cautious, and as you should be. As you should be. I mean, we've lost with more points than what we have right now. Listen, man, let's talk a little bit about the Inter Milan game. I'm hearing people say that we played them off the park, and I don't think that's true. I don't think that's necessarily true, because they opened us up.
Moments. That's what we had.
Do you know what I'm saying? Quiet, not quiet actually. A lot of times they opened us up. But they just didn't have that finishing touch, and Marcus Thuram, that should have been a goal, by the way, the one that he missed. But that's the thing. I don't know what people are saying that we dominated them. I don't think we dominated them. I think we won the same way we won against Real Madrid. The first goal was a scuff. You know what I'm saying? He just scuffed it, and then it deflected off a player. But Gabriel Jesus caught it. That's a striker's goal. Big up to him. And then the second goal was a set piece. Set piece coach in. I'm telling you, man, set piece coach should ask for more money. Now, if you see this, set piece coach, if you see this video, just come to me. I will get you more money than what you're earning right now, because you are about 35% of the team. You are, I swear to God, this set piece coach, what he's been doing, I just don't understand. I don't understand how the goals are going in. If you see this video, come. I will take care of you. I'll only take 10%. Everything's yours. 90% yours. Trust me, I can get you a lot of money, man. But yeah, set piece goal. That was the second goal. Third goal was a counter attack, and that was actually it hit Saka's back heel.
It was another miscontrol by Gorka, wasn't it? He miscontrolled.
This is a rash.
You know what I'm saying?
When I
Am I
tried
the
to
weird
say this
guy?
to a man like Dan, another man there trying to defend Gyökeres. You can't trick a trickster. It was poor stuff again from Gyökeres, yeah? Smashed it into the back of Saka, got lucky, yeah? And it was a good shot. Keeper should have saved it. A better keeper saves it. I'll be honest with you. You got a touch on it.
Isn't that harsh? That's harsh, Dan.
I don't
That's
care
harsh.
what you're saying to me, yeah? Listen, 5 times out of 10, I put that in the binzel from there. I'm telling you. I put it in the binzel, wrap it round the defender, put it in the binzel. But we're gonna give him his credit. That's his best goal he scored, isn't it? But
It is.
you can't say the finish was luck. But yeah, the pass to Saka, that was ridiculous.
That was luck. It is back heel, Dan. Now, if I say this shit, man, them in the chat, please. I'll come to the comments in a minute. Big up to every one of you, bro. Smash the likes up, of course, and sub to everyone here. Listen, I just named you the 3 goals that Arsenal scored. It wasn't they didn't create nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? We didn't create nothing. What did we create? You know what we created? The Saka one that was supposed to be a goal. And when I told you, man, that Saka's done at it, you either move Saka to the left or that's it for Saka. You can't use him on the right no more. Do you know what I'm saying? You just can't. That's the thing, Dan. How do you feel about the Inter Milan game? I'm hearing the internet saying that we dominated them. I say it's a good win. I'm happy that we won. You know what I'm saying? For me, Champions League is kind of like, in the World Cup, it doesn't really matter until you get to the stages where it's the knockout stages. But what's your thoughts on the Inter Milan game, bro?
I still think it was a decent performance. I think overall we were the better team. Took our chances when they come. You already broke down the goals that we scored. But yeah, there wasn't a time in the game I felt like we was going to lose against Inter Milan. I'll be honest with you. I felt like we was going to get the job done against them. Some decent passages of play. Obviously, man like Odegaard weren't in the team, so obviously we're going to look a lot more fluid without him in the team. So I'm saying, Eze, decent performance. I don't feel we've done enough in that game to say, right, this is my position. Why are you starting Odegaard? But I would still start Eze if it was me. But I felt like he was okay. Overall, I just thought it was a decent performance, man. And when you look at the scoreline, you got to say it's a great result, man. 3-1 away at the San Siro is always a good result. So, scoreline, great win. Secured the top spot for the Champions League, but it wasn't an amazing performance, but it was a good performance, man. Can't complain with it, Rash, if I'm being 100% honest, man. It was decent. It was decent.
I mean, who can, bro? Who can? He comes from Sweden. The girls are very nice. He dumped his girlfriend to play a red or white. Oh, listen.
Hey, someone's in the... Hey, Gyökeres' goal was good. I'm not denying it, man. It was a banger. I'm just saying, innit? You can't trick a trickster. I'm sorry. You can't trick me, Gyökeres. You can't. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You can't.
The thing is that he effed up the first part, but the finish was good. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But listen, we'll talk about Gyökeres in a bit, yeah? We'll go through the whole team. Jambre, how do you feel about the Inter Milan game, bro?
I really enjoyed it, actually. And I think there's a couple of reasons why I really enjoyed it. Is because, I felt that the pressure was off because I didn't feel we had to win that game, even though I wanted to. I didn't feel it was a necessity to win that game. If we had lost, we played Cairo at home. I mean, a Sunday league team should be beating them. So if we win that game, we'd have probably been top anyway because of the goal difference. So I was quite relaxed for a start watching it. The second point is the way that we come out of the game and absolutely went for them straight off. I really like that. I enjoyed the game because we actually went for it. The way we went for them is how we probably should have gone against. Well, not probably. We should have gone against Chelsea and City and Liverpool at home. I think if we do that, we probably come out with more than a point in the league. But I quite enjoyed the game. I thought it was on Inter to win that game, and we were in their backyard. I thought it was quite comfortable. I was quite happy with the game, to be honest. I thought maybe because we was going at them a lot and we was attacking them pretty much through the game. That's probably why they got a few little breaks and probably should have scored a couple themselves. But I like the end-to-end stuff. I wouldn't be too gung-ho against United at the weekend, but I still feel that if we go at United like we did Inter, I think we beat them. It's how we approach the game in terms of what we're going to do is what worries me. But yeah, I was quite happy when Gyökeres scored that goal. I mean, a lot of his goals have been tap-ins and that, but when that goal went in, I looked to my right to reach for a Kleenex and realised I didn't have any. Like, honestly, mate, I was so happy for him. I was so happy for him to get that goal. And yeah, he did smash that ball into Saka. He had no chance of controlling it.
That was crazy.
But the way it worked out, coming off of him and landing perfectly, he just bent it in. I'm sorry, the keeper got his hand to that. He got his hand to it. I mean,
I wasn't talking shit then. I wasn't being harsh, Jam.
No. What I'm saying is he was at full stretch and got a hand to it, and it still went in.
So the power. He's talking about the power.
I mean, if the keeper's maybe a couple of an inch taller, he might have saved it. But I thought it was a great strike. Weren't quite in the corner, but yeah, I'm not taking nothing away from that. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it. My striker.
100%.
He's still got to improve though. He still has got to improve.
Hey, listen, today you've got Dan and DJB. Both of them have their doubts about Gyökeres. DJB, I'll come to you next. And listen, this is the thing. I don't know if you agree with me on this one, but I feel like we got opened up a lot of times. Like that Marino and Zubimendi midfield is not going to work against teams like this. I think against a lot of teams, apart from if you're talking about the relegation kind of battle teams, even them. I don't know. Do you feel like we dominated them, DJB? And what was your thoughts?
Yeah, I feel there was another gear to go for Arsenal if they needed it, to be honest. And I think the job that we done, we pressed them very quickly. We got into their faces very early on, and Inter thought to itself, hang on a minute, we've got to be we got to show a little bit more. They were the home team, so they was always going to put us on the back foot in certain periods of the game. But when the goals and the opportunities came along, we took them. The second goal was just dreadful defending. I mean, come on, man. I mean, that.
It was two.
Jesus Scott.
It's two midgets. It was two midgets.
It's just ball watching. It's schoolboy stuff, isn't it? Which should not happen in the Champions League. What worries me though, it was positive. I'm with Jamboy. I enjoyed it. I'm glad Gyökeres scored his goal. I'm not a big Gyökeres fan. I think he can do more. However, I still don't want to see Havertz and Jesus leading the line. I think Gyökeres has got to work. He's got to make it work. I don't know how he's going to find a way, but he's got to make it. He's got to make it work. He's got to make it work, because what we don't want to do is revert back to Havertz, who, by the way, is injured again. Surprise, surprise. So he's finished in my book. These are two players that we wanted to get out the door in the summer. One of the players, Havertz, we didn't even want in the team in the first place, and now everyone's saying about they want them to lead the line, who has failed in previous years. So Gyökeres has got to make. They've got to make Gyökeres work. He is a goal scorer if he starts to do his thing and it all clicks. If it doesn't click, and I'm still open-minded about it. Technically, he's not a very good player, as you can see. He hasn't got the technical ability, but he will score goals. So he's got to make it work. But getting back to that game, Rashid, what worries me and what's been worrying me all season, and people say, oh, here he goes again, he don't like Zubimendi. I like Zubimendi, right? I just want to make that clear. I do like Zubimendi. But Zubimendi is the sort of player that if he's got time and he's got the ball and everything opens up in front of him, he's going to look really, really good. I'm not saying world class. There ain't no world class players around at the moment, right? Yes. He's going to look really, really, really good. But if you look at him against Inter defensively and just watch the rerun of the games and watch when Inter attack, watch when they're in our final third, and just don't look at the ball, don't look at the players. Just keep your eye on Zubimendi. He falls
No man's
over.
land.
He's out of position. He's slow to react. He's slow to pick up.
You think he's a number 8, DJB?
I think he's an 8. Personally, I think he's an 8.
100%. 100%.
Personally, I think he's a creative midfield player. And I don't see how this has been overlooked because we have trouble breaking down low blocks. Well, why don't you try and put Zubamendi in that 8 and switch him? Because Zubamendi defensively is not the guy.
Liability.
He's not the guy, right? And that's okay at the moment because we're getting away with it because Man City ain't firing. Liverpool are not fired. Man United, we all know they're in transition. Chelsea are in and out. We've not been really, really challenged. But in the Champions League knockout phase, you're going to get moments and you're going to be challenged. So this guy needs to be on it defensively, and he's not. Now, people say to me, oh, you're always digging him out. He's world-class. Super Mendy, I'm hearing. World-class Zubamendi. World-class players don't score 6 and 7s out of 10s. They're 8s and 9s. Defensively, they're on it. And he's not. Right? That's that. So the reason why Inter Milan open us up is because when you look at him defensively, and then you look at a man like Marino in midfield, I've seen milk turn quicker than him. Do you know what I mean? He's like... So when you've got them two together, when you see them two together, the combination is not right. Is not right. We're vulnerable. Marino, he's done his job when he's had to do his job in the 9 as a goal scorer. But listen, if we're talking about going forward, winning trophies, retaining it next season, going on with this squad, because that's what you hear, we're going to dominate for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Not with Marino and Zubamendi playing together in midfield. We're not going to. No. Right?
Tell you what,
that's that.
Definitely not.
Zubamendi, I ain't heard enough people saying this, but for their goal, why is he not throwing himself at that defender?
He's too slow to get out. Even Saliba had made a comment, didn't he, that he was too slow to get out. And then he turned his back on him, Jamboy.
He's not in the penalty area. No. I mean, he should have been throwing himself to block.
But did you see when they was attacking? I can't remember. There was one attack where he got caught ball watching, and then he tried to get back and he slipped over. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. So when I watch, sometimes I don't watch the ball. I just watch certain players, and I look at them for about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, and I look at them in different positions. And Zubamendi defensively, if you was to focus on him defensively, because people get carried away what he does with a ball, and I understand that he can be useful with a ball, but he's not. Defensively, I think he's playing the wrong role. I would put him in the 8, but then it's like what you do with Declan Rice, because
I'd play Rice in the 6.
He's been playing really well. In the
people are saying DJB Jam. People are saying that if you play the Rice in that number 6, he can't dictate play. You know, Rice's biggest strength is running without the ball.
Yeah.
Defending without the ball,
regaining possession.
Do you agree with them? Do you agree with them?
I feel like Rice can still do the same sort of job in the number 6. No one's saying that he's got to stay
he
there.
He done it at West Ham, Dan, didn't he? He done it at West Ham.
He can still get forward and still make things happen. Of course, he can play in the number 6 and still do.
But can he control the game? You know how the number 6 is the first person that touches the ball.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. When Odegaard's playing, it's him.
Odegaard.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the problem. That's the problem that we've got at the moment. Odegaard's a busybody.
Do you know why Odegaard's always on the edge of the box receiving the ball from Raya? Because it's safe and there's no one else around him at the time.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't. And he passes it sideways.
But this is it, Jamboy. You know, I mean, but then this is where it comes down to Arteta should be screaming at Odegaard. I don't want you picking the ball up there. Yep. What are you doing? This is what I'm saying. You get Eze do that. Yep. The geezer's benched.
Yeah, he's too deep, Odegaard. He drops way too deep.
This is what I'm saying.
I think Arteta told him to do that, though, DJ, because there's no way game in, game out, we're seeing that time and time again, and Arteta has not said to him, stop doing that.
Yeah,
it's what he wants him to do. Go deep and pick up the ball, Odegaard.
I agree.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's not working, because when Odegaard's in the team, the whole play slows down completely.
Yeah.
And it all gets, everything has to go through Odegaard when he's in the team. And we're bypassing Rice and we're bypassing players on the pitch, and it just slows it down. And I don't understand it. I just don't get.
You don't see Eze though. You got, if it's a like for like, and Eze's playing instead of Odegaard, you don't see Eze on the edge of the box doing it. So
No, exactly.
Why is he not telling Eze to do that, or what do you reckon?
Probably with Eze is a bit different. I feel like Eze, he'll tell him to stay up there, because what Odegaard is good at doing is recycling the ball. He recycles. So what he wants is that after we get the ball, we recycle the ball, we keep the ball. We keep the ball as much as we can, but we slow build. This is the mad thing. So we drop back when we're getting attacked, right? But when we get the ball, because we're so deep in
there's no
our
one
half,
to counter attack.
we can't counter. We usually play slow football. Unless we're winning, then we counter. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
All you've got is Gyökeres up top.
So if it's 1-1, for example, let's say it's a draw against Man United, we wouldn't counter at that time. We would play more cautious football. Let's build up, look for a little set piece here and there. Dark arts, cross the ball into the box without anyone in the box. Do you know what I'm saying? And the problem is that we commit so many players to defending that we don't have anyone going forward, apart from Saka. And you know how Saka is, bro. So you know what Saka does to you. He just keeps the ball for like, I don't know, 10 seconds. You get what I'm trying to say? And then that's about it. That's about it.
And in that scenario, Rashid, if it's 1-1 and we're playing cautiously, if United scored, you watch the tempo go up. Why can't you just do that at 1-1?
Yeah, 100%.
That's what annoys me.
Exactly. And the thing is, the problem is, and it at the moment, as I said, at the moment it's working, so it's hard to kind of. But if you're analysing football, Arteta doesn't change the way he plays, because there's so many combinations he can play with these players. He can play Odegaard in the 8. He can play Eze in the 10. He can play, especially at the Emirates, he can go Odegaard 8, Eze in the 10, Declan Rice in the 6. You don't need 2 defensive midfield players at the Emirates. There's certain games he can try these things, but he doesn't. He'll stick to
the cautious from all the games.
To the same principle week in, week out.
That's if we're losing.
That's if we're losing. That's if we're drawing. You watching the Champions League, if we're chasing the game, he will stick like for like substitutions. He done it against Forest. Like for like substitutions, sticking to the same formation. And yet he's got the players to change it up, and he's got the players to try a different system.
This is the thing, yeah. How I look at it outside the box. I think outside the box. So, the games that we've been winning and the teams that have been playing a low block against us, I think Shane did the calculation, big up to him. He said only 4 games did we score an open goal against the team that played the low block against us, that we scored an open goal from the first. Like, we opened the game with an open goal. We usually score a set piece and then we start playing. So that's why we're struggling against teams like that keep us in the game or drawing. That's why every time we play football, because of the cautious football that we play, every team seems like they can win the game. Like, so many teams have had chances. It's just that they fumbled them. Because by the time you get to the keeper, you're going to go through hell. You're going to go through Rice. You're going to go through Zubimendi. You're going to go through Saliba or Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? Or Timber or White. It's long for you. Do you know what I'm saying? So by the time he gets to the keeper, you're already tired. But that's one of the things that what I can see from this season. I know that we're winning. But the way it's the nature. For example, let's get into the Man United game. Yeah, Man United have. The last game that we met them, played better football than us. We only scored a set piece to get through the game. We've been scraping through games. Through games. Do you know what I'm saying? But Dan, tell me, what's your thoughts on that Man United game, bro? What does it mean to you, first of all? What does it mean to you, bro?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. Nice. Massive. Growing up, that was the biggest game for me growing up. It was Arsenal, Man United. There was none of this Liverpool, Man City, none of that. Fierce as rivals, man. Wenger, Fergie. Do you understand? That's all I cared about. Man United have now turned into a club where I don't even phone my Man United friends no more, where they've been losing so much. So I'm saying they've just become irrelevant. This game here is going to be massive, though, because Carrick's come back in. That performance against Man City, great performance, man. The way they was bopping ball in that game, I said it. I ain't seen us bot ball like that. I ain't seen it.
And
Yeah?
defend, Dan. That was underrated defending.
Have you seen that thing online where they're going Cunha and Buma, Cunha and Buma,
Yeah,
Cunha and Buma?
yeah. That's the Algerian guy, isn't it? Is it? Yeah.
And then Maino just drops his shoulder. This is not going to be an easy game for us on the weekend, bro.
Nah.
Yeah? And I'll be honest, I'm just going to say, I'm not feeling confident about the game. I think we should be able to get past them and win because we've got set pieces. We've got this. Defensively, we're a lot stronger than Man City. They're not coming up against Kushnerov and whoever else they had in defense. So they won't look like that against us. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to the game. I think we should be able to win, but I won't be surprised if it's another draw. I won't be surprised if it's another draw, man. But he needs to get the lineup right, and that's what's key. Who are we starting? From what DJB is saying, I think you two maybe think that Gyökeres should be starting up top, but
Yeah.
after that banger, it's hard to say not to start. To be fair, but
No. Okay, you know what?
you can't trick a trickster. I don't want him starting. That's just my personal
time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Man.
What's your lineup? If you was to like, what would you be your lineup be against Man United?
Back four, I'm starting with Lewis Skelly at left back. I'm not putting Timber at left back
Are you not
again.
scared of Ahmad? Are you not scared of
100%.
Ahmad?
Nah, I'm not. I would start Lewis Skelly there, Timber right back, obviously Saliba, Gabriel right, that picks itself. Then I'm going for a midfield three of Zubimendi, Declan Rice and Eze. And Trossard, Jesus and Saka. That's what I will go for.
Yeah, fair
Whoa,
enough.
we need to stop
Fair
at
enough.
Jesus. Why Jesus? Because he scored
I
2 goals.
feel like his footballing ability is better, his footballing IQ is better, and I feel like we'll be a lot more fluid with him in the team. Link up play and so forth. I just feel like if we start Gyökeres, they're gonna have probably Maguire and Martinez out there. I think they're gonna smother him, bro. He's gonna have another one of those games where you're gonna be saying, "Where was Gyökeres?" and he's gonna be hooked at 60 minutes. I've seen it. I'm not going to be fooled by this banger that you've scored against Inter Milan. It was a banger, it was a good strike, but the way that the banger came about was from a poor pass. You got lucky, my friend.
Yeah, it's true.
This is it.
I hear that, bro. I
Can't disagree with that.
Jamboy, tell us a bit about the game and what it means to you as well as an Arsenal fan, bro. Because you know what Man United put us through the years, man.
Pain. It was painful. We had our moments, though. We had our times when we inflicted pain on them.
We hit back.
Yeah. I mean, United always, well, not always, but they had the better of the 90s over us. But in the early 2000s, I thought we caught up and we went ahead of them at times. But the thing is, right, with this game, win, lose or draw, it don't matter to me. If we lose this game, regardless of who it is, I'm going to be just as devastated as if it was fucking Burnley. You know, I mean, I know it's a big game, United, but I just don't think United are that good, and I think the result of the match will depend on what Arsenal are doing. I mean, Arsenal will dictate the result of that game. We ain't going to get blown off the park by United like they did with City. It ain't going to happen. It will be Arsenal. If Arsenal revert to type and put the handbrake back on like they did against Liverpool and City and other games like that, it's gonna fuck us up. Sorry for swearing. It's gonna mess us up. If we just go out at this game like we did against Inter Milan, go for them, we'll be 2-0 up at half time. You know, so I ain't got no worries about United. It's Arsenal that worry me, and what the manager's doing. And in terms of teams, I agree with the defence that Dan says. The midfield, I would go right.
Wait, you would play Lewis Skelly as well,
I would, yeah, because there's no way I'm playing Timber at left back again. And someone in the chat earlier, no, don't disrespect to him, but he said, what about playing Mosquera next to Saliba and putting Gabriel left back? I mean, if that was my chat, if it was my channel, he'd have been getting a 3-minute timeout. You know what I mean?
Listen, mods. You heard that, mods?
It weren't in this chat. It was in a chat I was on earlier on.
Me and Kenny Ken. I'll see it in there, Jam boy.
You can't break Saliba and Gabriel up, man, and put one of them left back, man. Sorry, I don't big up to him, whoever said it, if they're in, but Nah, it's not happening. Right. But yeah, I'll do that.
That's too much FIFA, by the way, Jam. I don't want to. That's FIFA.
Why would you move one of the best players in his position to another position and then bring someone else in that position that ain't as good as him and have the best player in that position in another position? It don't make sense. It's the same with putting Timber left back. I don't agree with it. He plays right back or don't play at all. But the midfield, I agree with Zubimendi and Rice. The problem I've got is with Eze. He's had a lot of chances when he's come in. He has had good games, and over the season he's done more than Odegaard. And when Eze plays and Odegaard don't, they're the games we've been best in. So I probably would go Eze, but we know he's going to go with Odegaard.
Facts.
If Nwaneri was still at this club, I wouldn't be picking either of them. He would be starting. He would be, because
Ethan.
them two have been dog shit.
Go for Ethan.
I would have picked Ethan over because Eze.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Why?
He's been getting chances, and other than the Tottenham game and a couple of assists in games here and there, the last few games recently, he's not doing it for me. He's been too nonchalant. He's jogging back when he loses the ball, which is criminal. I mean, I need to see a bit more urgency and a bit more from him for Eze, and I like Eze. We're not getting the Palace Eze, we're getting the Arteta Eze. So, but yeah, I would have gone Nwaneri because of the reasons I've said. But at the two, yeah, I would go Eze, because of the slow play with Odegaard, and Eze has been better this season in games, and he's had less minutes. Up front, this will be interesting for you. I would play Saka on the right, Gabriel Jesus on the left, Gyökeres through the middle. That's what I would do.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because Trossard's been our best forward player this season, but the last few games when he started, he hasn't really been involved much. Okay. Martinelli's been good here and there, but majority.
We all know Martinelli. Yeah, we all know Martinelli. Yeah.
Gabriel Jesus has just scored 2 goals at the San Siro, and I wouldn't start him over Gyökeres up front. So I would play him. I think he's got a bit more. I think he's a techie player. I think he could offer more from the left than the other two in terms of giving.
But he hasn't got pace though. He hasn't got pace though. So
he's not slow though. He's not slow.
No, he's not slow. He's not slow. He's flary. Let's be honest. I mean,
yeah.
Just to talk about
him and Gyökeres would link up really well. I think they would. So
yeah, maybe if you get a left back that won't invert, they'll probably probably run in behind.
Yeah, if he wants Jesus tracking back to the edge of our box, then no, I would play Trossard because
you know that he's going to
end up with another injury.
Arteta plays American football. You know, I don't know a lot about American football, but I know that the quarterback is where Gyökeres stands. That I know. You know what I'm saying?
So
the whole team defends with Arteta. If you want Gabriel Jesus to defend, that's another 8 months. That's another 8 months.
Yeah.
Boom, he's gone.
I wouldn't have Saka, Jesus, or any of them tracking back for that deep.
The fact of the matter is, right, when you're going up against Man United that has just beaten Man City, and the way they've beaten Man City is in transition and keeping the ball and getting it forward very, very quickly. And this is what Arteta doesn't like. They don't like teams keeping the ball and getting into transition very, very quickly. So you've got to think of Arteta. His first line of thought going into this game against Man United will be, how can I not lose it, rather than how can I win it?
Exactly.
That's his first line of thought in every game. Right? Now, by doing that, he's going to play Skelly on the left, and to counteract that, because he knows he's going to get back and defend with pace, he's going to play Martinelli. Right? That's what he's going to do. And if he's going to drop Odegaard, it ain't going to be Eze, it's going to be Merino.
Yeah.
That is what he'll do, because he'll look at Merino for slowing the game down, keeping possession, bringing players into the game. So that's what he'll look for. The fact that he will play Odegaard, and the substitutions will be Odegaard for Merino if it ain't going right, and it'll be Gyökeres for Jesus. He will start Gyökeres, I reckon, because he's further along. He's more fitter than Jesus. Jesus is still transitioning back from injury, so he's going to start Gorkarez.
Copy and paste then, DJB.
You know what I mean? So it is going to be copy and paste. Yeah, this is what it's going to be like. I wouldn't like Timber at left back because Timber looks half the player at left back than he does at right back.
Facts.
Yeah? And so you've got to keep certain players in their positions because Man United are no mugs. They know this is a big game. And I've said this time and time again. When you think about Man United's attitude going into Sunday's game, they're not expected to win. Carrick's been given the job, and all he's got to do is get them in the Champions League. That's his main. That's all they've told him to do. Don't worry about anything else. Everything's gone now. Just get us in the Champions League. So he knows, even if he drops points at the Emirates, which he's not expected to win, he knows he's got plenty of other games to make that up. Because all the teams are dropping points all over the place. So he knows. If you look at the league table from Everton, they're 4 points off of being fourth, and they're in 10th. So Man United have got plenty of games under their belt to make it up. So they're all for nothing. They can go to the Emirates and enjoy the occasion. They can go to the Emirates and play with freedom. If they win, brilliant. If they lose, okay, they've lost a game against Arsenal, potential champions, which they're not expected to win anyway. So
you think they're going to be playing there with freedom, DJB? The pressure's going to be off. They're going to have a bit of freedom to go.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying is, and over the years, the most dangerous Man United team to play over the years is a Man United team that's got no pressure. Over the years, this fixture's always been something on it: an FA Cup, a finishing fourth, a title, etc., etc. But this year, it's got nothing on it for Man United.
United will take a draw now, wouldn't they, DJB?
Yeah, they'll take a draw. They'll take a win.
Yep.
And the thing is, is when you get a Man United team turning up at a ground that's just come off the back of a Man City win, their local rivals, they're coming to the Emirates. They can enjoy it. They can get on the ball. And this is what worries me because Arsenal will try and take this game and try and nullify it and try and slow it down and everything else. And that's where I think we could fall down. What we've got to do, we've got to come out fast like we did against Milan. We've got to try and get the first goal.
Suffocate them.
And we've got to really take the game to them. But if we try and slow it down, sit back, and we keep giving the ball away like we did in the second half. If we play like we did in the second half and the first half, if we play like we did in the second half against Liverpool, and the first half against Aston Villa, Man United are going to win this match. Man United will win this game. So we've got to come out. We've got to show how we played, how we can play. And that's getting the ball forward and up in the tempo, because that's what I've not seen at the Emirates. I've not seen a real fast tempo. We tend to start the game too slow. But I think that what I would play, my lineup would be Skelly at left back, Timber at right back, Gabriel, Saliba, and I'd go with Rice, Zubimendi. Unfortunately, as much as I don't want to, Eze's been out of form. Eze's not really doing it. Odegaard's not really doing it. And I've said this in my streams gone past. At the moment, when we sit here now, guys, at the moment, we haven't really got a 10.
No, he's just got on fucking loan.
We've spent £1 billion and we haven't really got a banging 10. Odegaard, you can't rely on Odegaard. He ain't been doing it for seasons. Eze's been bought in and he's not doing it. So there's no 10 at the football club right now. But Odegaard is the better choice. So you got to go Odegaard and then you got to go Saka. Again, I want more from him. Saka's not doing enough for me. Saka's not doing enough. He's making wrong decisions in big moments. And he's just not doing it. I think he's trying too hard. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's in and out.
MLS or Timber? That's a question I wanted to ask.
Yeah, I think Skelly left back because I don't like Timber at left back. I think.
Do you think that Skelly's Timber's worse than Skelly?
No, this is the problem. He's not worse than Skelly. However, then you've got Ben White at right back, and in a game like Man United, I'd rather have one side
Strong,
Really
solid.
Moving
Timber
Timber weakens both sides.
I'll be honest.
As for up front, I'll say Gorkarez, but you can flip a coin. You can flip a coin because, again, like we've got no 10 at the moment, we haven't really got a banging striker at the moment either.
Listen,
so
if Gyökeres and Odegaard start, let's just hope we get some set pieces. That's all I can say to you, man.
Yeah, do you know what, Dan? Listen. I can't disagree with you because I agree with you, and I'm like that with Gyökeres. I'm very on the fence with him. He still hasn't won me over yet. But do we want to be going back to Havertz and Jesus, relying on them week in and week out?
Definitely
this
not.
Is where I'm at with Gyökeres.
I want him to be the guy. I think if he gets into a shooting position, I'm confident in his ability to finish. He'll put something away. He just doesn't get there too often, man. This is the problem.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've not been impressed with Gyökeres this season. I really haven't, and
I don't think I can hear you. I'll come out and come back.
For me, it's been sort of 65-70% the way we play and 30% the player.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, he hasn't done it for me. But I'd rather stick by him than go revert.
Good now, I hope.
Yep. He's in.
Okay, great. But the problem is, I still can't hear you. Let me try and adjust these settings.
Okay, go.
I've got a question for you lot. Yeah, do you feel like Man United's attack over Cunha, Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes? I don't know who their striker is. Let's just say Sesko for now is more dangerous than our attacking lineup.
Yeah,
probably. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of teams.
Ahmad as well.
That's been more frightening than us in attack. Our attack has not been brilliant this season. Let's be honest. The reason why we're top of the league is because we've been structurally sound and we're defensively good.
With 8 players
and the set pieces.
Exactly. With 8 players, Jan Boy. But going forward, in attack, we haven't really
perfect.
We haven't really been pulling up any trees going forward, you know.
No.
So there's been a lot of teams that are better than us going forward this season in attack. Man City, listen, I know Man City are having a poor run of results at the moment, but their attack is more better than ours.
If one of the other top teams in the league was having a blinder this season, they'd be top now.
Oh, definitely. Exactly. Yeah. I'm glad we're there, but
yeah, of course.
I wouldn't say that we're there by blowing teams away and being ruthless in the final third.
100%. Manny,
we got Manny.
What's your thoughts on the Man United game and what does it mean to you?
First of all, Rashid, as always, Marcel Kheriaki, wonderful to see you. Big up to Guna Therapy, and also big up to 2 legends who are meeting for the first time. Jamboy, wonderful to see you. And DJB, sir, a very good evening to you. An honor to be with you. An honor to be with you for the first time. And wonderful to have a fellow cricket fan with me on the stream as well. I'd love to chat with you on that sometime if I can.
I'm a cricket fan as well.
Oh, lovely. So,
you cricket fan, DJB?
I'm RCB, mate. I'm RCB mad.
Yeah, I'll go and watch Essex.
Royal Challengers Bangalore.
You're yawning now.
The IPL isn't for me. The IPL is.
Let's not talk about the ODI today. Sri Lanka.
Yeah. I was saying I'm not going to mention the Sri Lanka England one. The less said about that, the better. But to answer your question, you know, this probably could very well be a bit of a watershed because, you know, it was mentioned on the stream that this match that United played against City was really, you know, just a bit of a bounce, and they caught City at a good time because now, you know, defensively they look absolutely all over the shop, and, you know, Guardiola's been trying to put square pegs in round holes in that back four, and none of them has worked. So the sooner that Gehi comes in, he'll slot straight in, and hopefully things will be better. At least Kusanov has improved. We're at this moment in time in a much healthier position than City. I mean, I know we've got some of our players out injured, and I did say before that I agreed with DJB that MLS is more or less the lesser of 2 evils at left back, because Timber just he's a duck out of water, literally, and you know he'll go down and we'll be yelling Timber, and he already went down. We yelled Timber. That was in his first season. He had that ACL injury. I'd like to think that this could very well be a game where we, show people that we are serious about the title charge, because it's been said that Arteta is known for being quite defensive. Although when we talk about the Inter Milan game, I remember watching that and thinking to myself, why we're so good in Europe this season is because, for the most part, whenever we started, we've kept the pressure on. The way we blew away Atletico Madrid at the Emirates was just, amazing. And MLS was a big part in that, coming in to add some bites to the midfield and overpowering the Spaniards there. But, this Premiership clash against Manchester United, I think Carrick has already changed the team back from that ugly back three formation to a more settled back four. And he might just, end up getting the best out of Bruno Fernandes and a few other players. We need to make sure that we take this seriously. And I think DJB said it perfectly. When United have little to play for, nothing to play for, they can be at their most dangerous. Although I did say as well that I wouldn't be surprised if they launched a late charge for a European place. And especially with Aston Villa dropping off a little bit, despite their brilliant win tonight against a tough Fenerbahce team. There are so many permutations as to how the season could end. So in a nutshell, we have to start taking this, taking every single game from now on quite seriously. And especially since there are going to be some teams we beat earlier this season who will be eager to take revenge against us. And that Wolves game, mind you, was an example of how we didn't blow them away. We were lucky to get 3 points from that game. And if you remember the 1978 World Cup, DJB, where Scotland played, that result against Wolves reminded me of Scotland drawing against Iran by an own goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Had they lost, they would have been knocked out of the tournament. Exactly. Just as well that they went on to, beat Holland, scoring 3 goals, including that wonderful Archie Gemmill goal, but they conceded 2, and the rest was history. We can't keep looking back at our season and honestly say that we deserve to be top of the league, because it's just that some other teams have started to drift away a bit, and the league isn't really as strong as it should be. And all I can say is that now I'm sick and tired of talk of the quadruple charge. I want to see us take the United game a lot more seriously. And before I end, and I'm sorry for talking a mile a minute, a big piece of trivia is that the luckless Scotland captain for that World Cup was none other than Bruce David Rioch, who would go on to manage Arsenal. Go figure.
Dennis Bergkamp.
Big up.
Best
Big
thing he
up.
ever
Well
done.
said. Well put, man.
Yeah, well
Big
said,
up
man.
to you, man. Big up to you. Dan, your prediction, man. We need your prediction right now. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Of course, big up to the chat as well.
Big up,
Listen,
Brenny.
predictions, man. I want to hear predictions. Now, you've talked your talk. You've explained to us how you set up. Now, what is your prediction for that game? How Arteta sets
draw,
up?
man. That's it. I'm just gonna do it this week, man. I always goes when I think it's a draw, I go 2-1. But Odegaard starts, Gyökeres starts. It's gonna be a draw. That's what I can smell coming. If I'm being honest, I don't feel confident about this one. Do not feel confident for some reason. Hopefully, I'm proved wrong. But yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for a 1-1.
1-1. Understand.
And also, I want to touch on, I don't think the Man City Wolves game is just a foregone conclusion like everyone keeps talking about. Wolves might do something. That's what I believe about that.
You think Wolves are going to stop Man City?
I think they could get a draw with the way Man City's playing right now, bro. Look, they come to our ground. They've had some decent games, Wolves, recently, man. They're not just a pushover. So
don't forget, Wolves. The reason why we nearly drew against Wolves is because of our lack of creativity in that midfield to open up low blocks. I don't think Man City's problem is creativity. Although against Man United, they didn't create nothing. That was the first time I've ever watched Man City play back or in the game that didn't create anything dangerous apart from a set piece. Like that was the first time.
Bold old Glimp rash, man. Anything's possible right now.
Yeah, of course. No. Man City been leaking goals. That's the thing is that Pep Guardiola and Klopp both leak goals. They leak goals. Their power isn't defending like us. Like us, our power is defending. not going forward or set pieces. Basically, they can create, bro. Man City create. You know Haaland. Yeah, he's not scoring, but he's getting the chances. He's getting the chances, bro. But yeah, man, I hear that, bro, and hopefully it does happen. Hopefully it does. Jamboy, what's your prediction?
Yeah, just quickly. First of all, what I think the reason why we're better in the Champions League than in the league is because we don't face low blocks in the Champions League. In the Premier League, we get low blocked all the time by any savvy manager in that league that's got a team that's not expected to beat Arsenal. Just play a low block and try and get a goal from a set piece or a counter attack. You'll have a chance of winning. But anyway, United. Again, for me, this game is decided on Arsenal. I think United absolutely battered City. I was watching it in awe. I'm thinking, fuck,
yeah,
this is the best. This is the best I've seen United play for years. That game, but it is a derby, and form goes out the window. I just think if Arsenal attack the game, how I feel most of us want to, I think we beat them.
No. Tell us your opinion of how Arteta will attack the game.
Right,
through set pieces.
It's going to be copy and paste. Copy and paste. He's going to be cautious to attack. He's going to try and win set pieces. Try and get goals from set pieces. Keep the ball.
You think that'll get us through? You think that'll get us the win?
If he plays the way I think he's going to play, I don't think we'll win. I think we'll draw. I think it'll be a boring. It could be 0-0. It could be 1-1. I don't see four goals in it or 5 goals in it. I don't see it. I think it will be a boring 1-1 or something like that. Yeah, I just don't trust him in the Premier League. Arteta, with doing what's right for the team. He does what he wants to do in terms of playing players that most of us as fans don't want to see, like Odegaard. We've all seen the results. All the best results we've had this season have all been without Odegaard in the team.
Facts.
All of them. So I wouldn't start Odegaard tomorrow, Sunday. I wouldn't start him. I wouldn't start him. He hasn't been good anyway. But
facts.
He's going to start Odegaard. You know he is. And Marino. Will he start Marino in midfield?
No, I don't think he'll start Marino in midfield.
No,
he won't. He won't.
He probably won't, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
I would be surprised. What do you mean don't be? I would be surprised, wouldn't you?
So you wouldn't be surprised if he started Rice, Marino and Odegaard?
No, okay. I know what you mean. I would be. I mean, Zubimendi's his boy. I feel like Zubimendi is one of the favorites. It's one of his favorites.
Or if he started Rice, Zubimendi and Marino, would you be surprised?
Oh, that's one of his favorite moves. That one, Jambo. I could see him doing that.
3 DMs.
This is what I'm saying. He's like DJB said. He all the time. He plays to not lose. And again, I said it on the last.
That's his first line of thought. It's Gareth Southgate settings, isn't it?
Yeah, I said on the last stream we done that the way we play against Forest will be dictated to what happens with City when they played. Who was it they played before they lost? Who was it?
Before Man United, you mean?
Oh, it was Man United. It was Man United.
Yeah, it was Man United.
Yeah. So I said on the stream before, Arsenal will play against Forest. The way we play against Forest will be dependent on the City result. If City had have beat Man United, we would have beat Forest.
Okay.
Because they lost, he's thinking, well, if I get a point here,
don't you think Sean Dyche has got Arteta's number? Don't you think Sean Dyche is he's always gave Arteta a very strong game?
Yeah, I know, but I think with the problem with Arteta is he tries to. He overthinks it and micromanages. He needs to just say to the players, look, you know your jobs, go out there and do what you've got to do to win the game. Attack the game, but be cautious. If you've got 2 CDMs, one can go forward in the attack, and the other one stay back. Next time you do it, the other one goes and the other one stays. He doesn't chop it up. It's just the same every game. And because it's United, at home to United, his bum's going to start going. and he's going to be worried about what happens in terms of he don't like the fault of conceding the first goal, because if we concede the first goal, he knows we have to open up and attack, and that's against what he likes doing. And the reason why we do it in the Champions League is because teams don't low block us.
Facts, 100%.
If he does what he usually does and revert with the handbrake, the handbrake's on, I don't think we'll beat United. If he releases it, I think we'll beat them comfortably. 3-0. So I think it's going to be 1-0.
100%. Listen, that's an interesting take. Big up, Jamboy, bro. DJB, United are coming not to lose. That's what the assembled says. Big up the assembles.
Yeah, listen, they're going to set up. They're going to set up. Listen, they're going to set up. Can I just say that Man United are no mugs at set pieces, you know. Harry Maguire does get on the end of certain things.
Yeah.
And let's look at the facts here. We've played 2 league games and not scored a goal.
Crazy.
Right? And recent games, we have conceded goals quite easily. So that's all you need to know going into this game with Man United. We haven't scored in 2 games. We find it hard to look like we're scoring recently. And we are vulnerable in certain areas, especially at the left-back position. Because although Skelly had a good game against Milan in the Champions League, Skelly at left-back this season in the Premier League has been absolutely woeful. Let's be honest. You know, he was looking at the clouds against Liverpool, seeing if it was going to rain or snow or not. You know, he was all over the shop. He's getting caught inside. He's getting caught over his head. He's getting caught inside. He's getting caught outside. He's losing his marker. I mean, Frimpong had him on toast all the time.
Yeah.
It's Aaron Ramsdale with the pigeon again, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Now,
all over again.
Let's look at it as well, though.
You can't concentrate.
And then let's look at the performances this season at the Emirates, right? Wolves, we struggled. It was only the first half. I'll go way back. The first half against Leeds wasn't very good. Second half, okay, we put them to bed. Nottingham Forest was probably our complete game at the Emirates this season. Aston Villa, we got out of jail in the first half. We got our act together in the second half. So all of these things is, we're unbeaten at the Emirates, but it ain't been convincing. It's not been if you was to say Arsenal are unbeaten at the Emirates, you'd be going, "Whoa, I'll bet they're fantastic," but it hasn't. They've all been close calls, or they've all had little fine margins where we've taken 3 points. Now, Man United rocking up there, they're going to be organised. They're going to be solid in defence. And when you've got like Bruno, when Bruno's enjoying his football, let's be honest, he's a good player to have in midfield when he's on the ball, right? He can pick a pass and he can do things to hurt you.
And he likes big games as well.
Yeah,
he likes big games as well.
Kobe Mainoo's playing with a smile on his face now, hasn't he, since Carrick's walked in the door, you know? They've got,
he is.
You know, they've got some players that can hurt.
Diallo.
He's
not a right wing no more.
Cunha, you know, there's some dangerous players there. Now, this is what I'm saying. It's not going to be an easy game. And I'm like with Dan, I'm worried about this game because I've not seen enough from Arsenal recently in the Premiership to convince me that we're going to go and steamroll Man United. So I'm going to sit on the fence because I think we've got enough not to lose the game. But I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going to go 1-1. But, you know, I'm going to be there at the Emirates and I'm not going to... It depends how we start it. If we come out in the first half, we take the game to them and we score first, then I think we'll go on to win the game. If we go in at half-time 0-0 and it's nip and tuck, the Man United have had corners and chances and we come out in the second half 0-0, that's when he starts to pick the panic button. That's when you start looking at Arteta and go, right, try something different. Go 4-4-2. Put Saka on the left, Madueke on the right. Try something different. And he won't do it. What he'll then do, he'll take Odegaard off, bring Marino on. Take Saka off, big Madueke on. He'll go like for like. We'll go in at 0-0. Man United will start now to believe. And that's when we could come short. Because What the manager doesn't like to do, his in-game management, and I've said this before, and people are getting carried away because we're top of this and we're top of that, and I get that. But if you look over the years when he's been manager, his in-game management in certain situations has been bad. And that's what worries me against Man United. If they go in with a little sniff that they're in the game, 0-0 at half-time, that's when I'll worry, because we all do it. All the people that sit around me, they look over, they go, well, try something different. Bring Jesus on, bring this on, take this one off, take Zubamendi off and bring Eze on. Play with Eze and Odegaard. Try something different, and he won't do it. So that's what worries me. But I think it's going to be 1-1. I think it's going to be 1-1. And I think it's going to be a typical Arsenal and Man United. I think there's going to be a lot of cancelling out. And that's where I am on it.
100%. Big up Matty, bro. Big up Matty.
Big up,
Salud. Manny, tell me, what's your prediction to this game?
Yeah, let me start by saying that I also agree with everything that DJB said about our home performances. The less said about that Wolves game, the better, or so I wanted to say. And even against Aston Villa, mind you, we also were not without our share of good luck because, Marino was pretty much, driving Onana almost potty and niggling him. And basically, Onana went off with an injury. So when Onana went off, that was half their midfield. And Marino also should definitely have been given a second yellow card for hauling down Morgan Rogers in the box. But that was not picked up. And, we had our share of luck.
The referees are against us. They're against us. We had a penalty. We had a penalty against Nottingham Forest that was disallowed.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, see, I'm sick and tired of this narrative about the PGMOL working in our favor. It's never nice when you see these ridiculous decisions. But if people are going to crib about that penalty that wasn't there against Nottingham Forest, we should be lucky that we didn't have a sending off against Aston Villa, and then the rest is history. I'm going to be a little bit more positive, and I'll go for a 2-1 win. And I think one of our better performances against United was when we beat them 3-1. I think, if memory serves me right, Marcus Rashford put them ahead, I want to say, or did he score the equaliser? I don't remember. But we ended up scoring 2 very late goals, including one from Declan Rice. Terry, big up to you, mate. Lovely to see you as well. And, one of the things which I've noticed about Arsenal is that even when games get a little bit turgid at times, especially when it's near the end, we have displayed a knack of sorts of being able to come up with some late winners or equalizers or what have you. And, it's sort of the way it's been. And I'm actually going to predict a 2-1 win. It's going to be a typical, stinky sort of Arsenal performance. And, we'll just find a way to get through. And I will quickly run through my ideal team selection. It might be similar to what a lot of you were thinking. We play our best football, for example, when we use the 4-2-3-1 with a clear double pivot and a lone striker in form. Whenever we try to play the 4-3-3, when it does look good on some occasions, but more often than not, it looks absolutely horrible. And that formation, 4-2-3-1, gives us the best chance of really taking the game to the opposition on a regular basis and making sure that, we score some goals. And when Gabby Jesus first came in and started playing with us, we were playing with that formation and really doing well. That was in 22-23, I think it was, if memory serves me right. So Raya obviously has to be in goal. Timber at right back, Gabby and Big Willie with the style in the middle, MLS at left back. I don't like it, but it has to be the way it is. And so you have Rice in the 6 and Zubamendi in the 8, as has been spoken about in the chat. And Eze has to start in the 10 because that will give us, that level of oomph that we need, especially in the middle. And then you have, obviously, Saka on the right, if only because Madueke, he huffs and puffs but just can't blow the house down. And he's definitely no big bad wolf. And if I had to choose between Martinelli and, Trossard to play on the left, I probably would start with, Trossard and have Martinelli come on as a super sub who could also have a knack of scoring some really late goals. And then it'll have to be Gyökeres as the lone striker. I don't want to see Havertz starting. I think he should leave the club at the end of this season. 70 million well and truly down the drain. And as far as Jesus is concerned, yes, he's been scoring goals, but I don't see too much difference between him and someone like a Mikel Merino, who doesn't dominate very much, but finds the gaps very well. It's an ugly thing for me to say, but he reminds me of Edward Sheringham. And I know it's a dirty word to say, given that we're an Arsenal fan channel, but, he finds the positions very well. You just don't trust Jesus to be that one who will really dominate things. I think if Jesus is given the confidence to be the lone striker and play behind a midfield that will, guarantee that he'll get the assists that he needs, he will start scoring goals. I like him a lot better than Havertz. But as Jamboy said, he's going to start Odegaard. And so that's the way it's going to be. I still think we'll somehow nick it 2-1. But if we don't get the win, then mark my words, the other teams are going to come back. They're going to smell blood, and it'll be the same story yet again.
Yeah.
Well put. Matty, listen, big up to you, man. Big up to you for rocking up. We need prediction. We need your formation, how you would set up. And we need your thoughts about this game and how big of a game it is to you.
Prediction. I'm going to go. Me and Lee set up last night. We set up last night, man, for a little bit there talking about this game. My heart tells me, man, I really want us to win this game. I think everybody on this panel wants us to win this game.
Mm.
We all know what this is. This is United. This is just a walk in the park. But I do. Everybody on here knows I'm a rational human being. And when I go back, JB will tell you this. I mentions this to him all the time when we talk. We played this team at the beginning of the season with a full strength squad. Full strength. We had everybody, all hands on deck. We won 1-0. Set piece. That was in August. That was in August. And that was with a manager who couldn't find his way out of a paper bag on a Sunday afternoon.
When it's wet.
When it's wet. When it's wet. And now got someone who's got a little bit of common sense. And they're going to be coming forward. We went back and we watched that United City match last week, and I said, Lee, they're moving the ball like they did back in the old day. Give and go, moving, give and go. Attacking, four people attacking when they had 4-on-2. I said, this is the old United. I don't know if y'all covered this because I just got in. I caught the tail end of right before y'all started talking about the match prediction. I'm gonna tell you what my biggest concern is tomorrow. It feels like today's Saturday for some weird reason. On Sunday, what my biggest concern is, and it's not Odegaard. Believe it or not, it's not Odegaard. We know what we're getting with Odegaard. I told y'all he's in mid-season form. I told y'all that before. This is how he is. I expect, this. Zubamendi is going to be the one you better keep your eyes on. This.
That's what I said at the start of the stream. Defensively,
yeah, 100%.
We watched that game the other night, and Zubamendi, he was seeing ghosts. He has a massive problem. And we've identified it throughout this entire season. He has this massive problem where if it's giving goals, moving quick, he doesn't know how to track a runner. Like I said, he's great going forward. I'll be the first person to say I love him going forward. But when it's defensive accountability, he's alive.
I'm going to ask you what I asked DJB. You think he's the number 8, Matty?
If Wenger was coaching his team, he'd be going forward.
Yeah,
okay.
100%.
He'd be an 8. He'd even try him in a 10 if this was Wenger.
Yeah.
Do you think we should give him the Xhaka treatment where we let Xhaka go forward and kind of like,
yeah,
I would
him go from his defensive, responsibilities.
Yeah, but see, this is why, and this also answers the other question you asked about formation. This is why, y'all, no secret, I'm a big fan of 4-4-2. Drop Odegaard. Mm-hmm. Drop it.
Yeah.
I mean, just they when they played this, I'm looking at the lineup from last year. Well, not last year, but the last time they played it. They played us with a 3-4-2-1. Last week they played with a 4-2-3-1. Every week I have went on shows and on panels that I've said teams when they play with a extra man in midfield, we have problems. We have problems. It's documented. We have problems. And they're not going to. The thing about it is, they're going to come there to try to. We're going to play football. This is going to be a football match on Sunday. This isn't going to be. I know a lot of people think he's going to go defensive.
It won't be KG. It won't be KG, Matty.
Because they're going to have to. They're coming to try to get in Europe.
Yeah, they've got nothing to lose. They've got nothing to lose
in Europe. Yeah, so they're going to be coming forward. They're done. That's like we said. Outside of the Champions League, they're done for the year. So yeah, let's just go. Let's try to go get this Champions League. If we can get the 3 points on Arsenal, we'll take the 3 points because that's just a quicker way to get to 10. Because I think all they need is a few like 10 wins or whatever, and they're in. They're pretty much in. And there's a lot of people been pointing out here. I think they're only a few points away. The separation between the top 4 and everybody else is like minuscule. So all they got to do is come out and play football. Us, on the other hand, and this is another test for Arteta. This is another one of these tests because we have to start operating in this league like we're leading in the league. This is another chance to add another 3 points to the coffer. I keep telling everybody, every game we play means there's less games to make up points. So if we drop this game or drop points, and they pick up points, and the Villa pick up points, then here we back to that again. But if you get 3 points, you move on. With the way City looking, they might drop points this weekend. And if they drop points, everybody's feeling real good next couple of weeks, and we can pick up 6 points or 9 points. The atmosphere is a whole lot different. But if we mess around here and drop this game, and we get nothing for it, nothing but a thank you card, then we're in trouble. And we're having another discussion again. And in 2 weeks, we got a cup semifinal coming up that we got to deal with. We've got to learn how to just start closing stuff out. Everybody on this panel knows we should be about 14 points clear. We should be rolling. Cooking. Rolling. Because
Liverpool were rolling last season.
I was just getting ready to say, Rasheed, if you look at Liverpool was 51 points clear. We're 50, but we're still 7 points clear. They were 4. They were. JB, we were sitting on panel last year.
Gone.
Telling folks it was over. Everybody, they're gonna drop games. It's over. That's how it should be. It should be. We need to coast. Get this out the way. You can focus on everything else. Then you can start prioritizing. Just like when you come in the house. When you come in your house and it's dirty, what's the first thing you do? You go to the what can I get done first? Then you move to the next room. Then you move to the next room. Then you move to the next room until the house is clean. We need to go ahead and start handling our business in the Premier League. Yeah. And this game against Manchester United is not just is one that we need to take them to the sword. We need to really take them to the sword. And we need to go ahead and get it over with early. Imagine can't come out here, lollygagging. After last night's performance, I don't hear nothing about we can't go forward. Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest of wins last night, but they just showed you last night we can go forward. We can go forward. We can go forward. All of this hoping and praying, all this Duran saving a prayer, all this stuff. No. We need to be going Sunday morning, going over to the stadium, and we need to go ahead and getting this over with.
We need to be hungry like the wolf, Matty.
Hungry like the wolf. Exactly.
This is the thing. This is what we haven't done. We've had opportunity to grab it. I mean, I worked it out. We should be on 60 odd points now, and we're on 50.
Yeah, that's about right.
We've dropped against 10 men Chelsea, Sunderland, Aston Villa away, Liverpool away. We've dropped crazy points. The thing is, right, there is still not an Arsenal fan, whether they think the sun shines out of the manager's backside or not. There's not one Arsenal fan that can honestly sit there and look me in the eyes and go, we are definitely 100 million% going to win this league. They can't say that without having any slight doubt in the back of their mind, because if they do, they're lying.
Yep.
Because I can't, even at this stage.
I'll tell you what.
Every opportunity we get to win this league or to go further ahead, we're not doing it. Yeah.
Tell you what.
Now, whether you can blame Arteta, whether you can blame the manager or not, but all I'm looking at is what we do on the field of play. And when it's not going right, what does the manager do to change it? That's the key. This is what people don't understand. When it's not going right, you then start to look at the bench, you start to look at the manager and the dugout. Right, what are you now going to do to change it? You've got all the tools in the box now.
Yeah.
You got all the depth. This is what we've been hearing about. You got depth. You got depth. Well, you don't use Eze. You didn't use Wanyeri. You didn't use these players that are available to you. You're not changing it up. You're sticking to the same system. Why are you sticking to the same system? Go and be brave. Go and take the ball by the horns. Go and win this game. If you look back at the games we've had this season, to put a marker down to say this is our league title, we are Arsenal Football Club, this is where we're going, we're failed. Liverpool.
Yeah. Yep.
We could have gone 8 points clear if we'd have won that.
Sunderland.
Yeah.
We pulled out an absolute inept performance. Bad, really bad performance. Not just Sunderland away. And I'm telling you now, right, if we don't get 3 points on Sunday, that Leeds United game, you think Man United's going to be a big game? Leeds at Ellen Road, if we don't get 3 points on Sunday, will be a bigger game than Inter Milan.
And you know what happened when Odegaard when Odegaard finds himself in an environment like Ellen Road. You know what happens there.
You get the kicked out of it.
Leeds are doing all sorts of things at Ellen Road at the moment. They've got the crowd behind them. They're right on the pitch. I've been there several times. It's a monstrous place to go. And if they've got their backs up and they're giving it to us, they're not going to show us any respect.
Hey.
That is not the place you want to go when you haven't picked up 3 points in your last 3 games.
Matty and Manny, if Arteta don't win against United on Sunday, we're all going to want to kick the living daylights out of him. But he ain't going to want to take on me.
Listen. You don't want Odegaard on a night out. Let's be honest, man.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You do not want him on a night out. He wouldn't even call the police. And
Jam boy, let me say right now that it's a good thing that the sun will always shine on our computer screens, if not the telly.
Yeah.
So we just got to be, as I said,
by the way, not Duran.
Listen, we're 7 points clear, which is good, but that 7 points can easily be 4 points if we're not careful.
Yeah. And we've got. This is why and a lot of people don't understand it. This is why a lot of our families they just this is it, quadruples and all this stuff. We got a lot of we still got a lot of real estate to cover here. There's a lot of real estate here. You still got to play Chelsea twice. You still got them. You got them twice. Spurs. I don't care what people say. It's still Spurs. It's 50-50 anytime you play
North London Derby.
North London Derby. You got to go to Etihad. You don't want to find yourself in a situation now.
Not only that though, Matty, you got to go to the London Stadium when West Ham might need 3 points to stay up.
Bournemouth. You look Burnley.
These are the games we slip up on.
Everton. You still got to play them again.
Everton will be tricky.
You saw what they did with a full squad, by the way. This time they have a full squad.
Yeah, Grealish is out, by the way.
Yeah, Grealish is out.
Yeah.
Villa. We have to play Villa. Excuse me. I'm sorry. My head. I'm thinking about Brentford. We got Brentford. You got Brentford there, and then you got fixture congestion. Because if we start moving along in these cups, FA Cup, then guess what? That's extra games. In your Champions League, when that starts, when that resumes, once we get past the little playoff phase there, then that resumes. That's more games. There's higher stakes games then. And then we can't be fumbling around here talking about we 2 points ahead, we're 3 points ahead, but we're only 1 point ahead. We're in the bag, all this stuff. We need to be closing it out. We need to be doing this ASAP, like with our hair on fire. And I don't have any hair, but it needs to be on fire.
Yeah, we need to start proving that we're going to win this league at Kenta.
It's time to put on our big boy underwear and go out here and win games, man. Because as JB said, we've had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and that's what's the frustrating part about it. Is you sitting here looking at Bodo Glimt. Bodo Glimt is taking off points off City, and then we play City, we lose. Then you look at these other teams taking points off Liverpool. Barely is over there scoring on Liverpool. And we can't muster up anything against Liverpool at home.
So you had the handbrake on.
Yeah, but the handbrake. Yeah, the handbrake
Yeah.
on.
And that's what I'm worried about he's going to do on Sunday.
Hey, JB, you got the handbrake on and you driving in the cul-de-sac. That's exactly what we would do with Liverpool.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to start winning these games, gentlemen.
Traffic jam on a one-way street.
Yeah, exactly. So we can start getting stuff sorted because we still got a lot of real estate to cover. And the thing that scares me the most about this season, I'll tell you the one thing that just absolutely it worries me. Yeah. We cannot find ourselves in a situation where we're 4 points ahead of City having to go to the Etihad. And then they pick up 3. And then we better trying to drop some more points, and then they go past us or Aston Villa. Because I keep folks, you got 2 teams.
You think that's the title decider, Matty? Like the game against City? Yeah.
Could be.
It could be. If we don't do what we need to do before we get there, it could very well be it. That should be on the mind of every Arsenal fan. If we don't have the point we need secured before we get to that right there, we should not go into that game 6 points of anywhere from 4 to 6 points clear. We're in trouble. We need to be having double digit. This is why I keep telling folks. If the manager failed with 8 points, why shouldn't we be going for 11, 14, 17? Because everybody always 7 points clear. Hey, we had 8 last time. It don't take much to erase 7 points. 2 draws, two losses, and 2 wins on the other side. We have a different ball game.
But you know what they say, Matt? Yeah, but it weren't 8 points. It was 5 because they had a game in hand. But they still had to win it.
In fact,
they still had to win it, didn't they?
As I said, we was in this situation before where we were clear and Man City were off form, and they still won it. So listen, you have to keep it real. You have to keep it real. You can't be confident because the simple fact of the matter is Arteta can still do things that you'll go, whoa, hang on a minute, what's happening here? So, and there's injuries as well. There will be more injuries along the way.
Yeah,
100%.
DJB, do you think there'll be a point in time where all Arsenal fans are crying for Ranieri to come back because we need cover?
Yeah, there will. There will be.
There's going to be a time.
Ethan Smith Rowe, his writing was on the cards. He should never have signed that new contract.
Yeah,
he should never have signed that new contract.
I'm kind of happy that Dalman got injured. I'm
glad Ethan's gone. I'm glad he's gone because the kid was rotting at Arsenal Football Club.
100%. 100%. But yeah, people, listen. Thank you for being here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to redirect. Of course, thank you, Dan. Thank you, Jamboy, DJB, Fire, Manny, Matty. Thank you for pulling up as well, man.
Yeah, big up
everyone, man. Love each and every time, man.
Big up, pleasure to be on. Manny, first time. Thank you very much. Jamboy, what can I say, legend? Matty, always. Rashid, thank you very much. And the chat, brilliant. Thank you.
Listen, big up to the chat as well, man. They've been here since the first minute of the show, man. Listen, we're going to redirect to Shane. So, yeah, go give him a little Rashid raid on the way, and we're out, people. Set piece, go.